Here we have a new 2025 GMC Sierra 2500 HD. Now this one comes in the Denali Ultimate trim level, so top of the line. We have sterling metallic paint and then the Alpine Umber leather interior. For the powertrain, we get a 6.6 liter turbo diesel V8. That's made it to the 10-speed automatic Allison transmission. To the front end here, carries over from 24. LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. So a fantastic look there. Love the grille, of course, on the Ultimate. You get that kind of galvanized look with it. And then down here, these are going to be 20-inch aluminum wheels. Now we get power running boards, passive keyless entry on the front, and then memory seat functions, power door locks. We get one-touch automatic up and down windows for the front, express down windows for the back. Side mirrors here, we can slide those in or out depending on what we're towing. And then we can fold them in if we don't want anybody to knock them off. And then those do have blind spot monitors in them. And all those controls are right there. Bose sound system. Of course, in the Ultimate, you gotta have the Mac Daddy trim here, wood grain, and all this just looks so good. Four-wheel drive controls, and then we can go through our drive modes, either off-road or normal. Headlamp controls, electronic parking brake, hood release. You get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And then here's our power driver's seat. We do get four-way power lumbar support with massage function here. But I want to give a huge thank you to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to get the best possible price on one of these in your area, just click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure your local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these 2500 HDs. But I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So sitting behind myself, very good space back here. Seat back pockets are on both sides, but knees aren't even touching the back of the seat. And even though we have the sunroof, when we come back here, the roof kind of scoops up, gives you several inches of additional headroom. So probably about a half a foot of extra space I have there. So pretty impressive. 3-stage heated outboard seats, USB-C, USB-A charge port. Vents are back here if you want to get those going. Bottle holders there, bottle holders here. So we could hold up to at least 6 bottles in the back. And then we even have the LED dome lights. And I love this nice Alcantara, whatever it is, for the headliner there. Storage behind the seat there. And then if I lift this seat up, we do get the under seat storage package. So we have that as well. Of course, we're only taking diesel here. Now, as we come around to the back end, we do get the LED tail lamps, and those don't flash like that. My camera's just picking them up, but. And then this was next to a sprinkler, so that's why all those drops are on it. And then you get a 120 volt 3-prong household plug-in back here. Goosenecks already provisioned there. And then we do have the folding multi-pro tailgate. If I can get this to come undone. So that one might need some work because it's not working. Tow hitch there. The spare, exhaust. And then our front passenger seat, same functionality as the driver's side, including that massage function. And we get these on both sides. Lockable glove compartment down here. Top storage pocket there. So coming back around to the front, just a quick look in the engine bay. For those that are curious, but let's go ahead and take a quick look on the inside. So a lot quieter in here, which goes to show the insulation is good because that diesel does have a roar to it. But leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. We can heat it there. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Now over here to the screen here, this is the Google Assistant screen. So we have Google Maps capability, as well as AM, FM, XM radio with Bluetooth audio, Google News, and Google Podcasts. And then you have that wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility as well. Of course, you have to have the subscription for the Google Maps, so it's asking me to go through all these terms or whatever. But we get dual zone automatic climate controls with 3-stage heated cooled seats. Buttons are here. You could go on the screen here, and the graphics are pretty good. And then you even have Amazon Alexa capability too. So vehicle settings, I hit the wrong button. In here we can go set our buckle to drive, rear seat reminder, and teen driver. And then we can also change our language in here too if you want to do that. There's the backup camera there. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Very good picture in the backup camera. You get that bird's eye view as well. And then we also have a front camera too. Curbside, different trailering views. And then of course the bed view there, which is my favorite. Now you do get a lot of different trailering options here. If you want to hook your stuff up, you can have the camera set up, the lights, the checklist, and then you can even check the weight there too. So it's pretty nice. Now down here, the exhaust brake, lane keeping system, parking sensors. We can let the tailgate down, hazards, traction control, downhill brake control, USB-A, USB-C charge port, bottle holders, trailer brake controller, wireless charging pad there. And then we do have another 120 volt 3-prong plug-in, another USB-C, USB-A duo, and then tons of space in there with the removable tray. We also have a power sunroof, so we can tilt or one-touch slide that back. Same thing with closing it. And then we have the power sliding rear window as well. Rear camera mirror. And then the vanity mirror right in here. We get the nice lights there. Now back to the steering wheel. Blinkers are over here. And then auto high beams on the side. The intermittent wipers are there. Windshield wiper fluid, high beams. And then for the shifter, just pull, reverse, neutral drive. You have that low gear. We can manually shift right there, and it'll tell you what gear you're in on that right-hand side of the gauge cluster where it shows all the different selections there. Now behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can toggle track list, radio station favorites. And behind on the right side, volume up, volume down. Of course, we get adaptive cruise here, so we can turn that on or off, cancel, set the speed, and then the gap adjust for the adaptive cruise is there. Mute button, voice recognition, and then we can use the scroll bar to go through the gauge cluster, and then we can use these arrows to go through the sub-menus of the gauge cluster. And then I can change the layout of the gauges and change my units right in there in the options section. Heads-up display is right there. We can change what is shown there. 4 different options. Push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. And next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 GMC Sierra 2500 HD Denali Ultimate out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this 2500 HD Denali Ultimate. Of course, this is the big boy. You can tow up to, I think, like 19,400 pounds with a gooseneck and 18,000 and something with a conventional trailer. But it's still somewhat fun to drive, especially with the turbo diesel having the Allison transmission. It's pretty quick. Again, it'd be a heavy duty truck. And I do like that you have the different drive modes. You could do normal and then off-road, especially for a job site or something like that. It's a little rough, you have that. I'm going to try to give it a pull here, getting on the interstate. Here we go. So again, relatively quick. Had to give myself a little jump there so I couldn't come to a slower position to get started, because I never could have gotten up to speed. But yeah, it's quick, and I love hearing that sound. This Duramax is pretty tough. Now, of course, this is a very, very, very big boy, and it can tow as much. So the ride's not smooth by any means. You have the beefier leaf springs, shocks and all of that, but you know, suspension stuff. But it is it's comfortable here because you have the massaging seat, you have the cooled seat, you have the updated leather interior. But that's why these things can go north of $100,000, because there's a lot on here. Wind noise is pretty good. It's not overly loud or anything. And again, this is a heavy duty truck, so impressed by that. And the braking power is surprisingly good as well. Now, it doesn't stop on a dime, but it can stop. But for the price point, I do think it's a solid truck. It has all the luxury features you could want in a freaking heavy duty pickup truck. It competes with the, what is that? The F-350 has the Limited, and then I guess what's Ram got? The Laramie Longhorn or something like that. But anyways, it can compete with all the big dogs when it comes to that, but you get that same price as well. Ram might be unlimited too now, I can't remember. There's so many trims for trucks these days, but now one other thing I will say is, although it's huge, I mean, it's a big truck, it doesn't feel overly wide. Now, I'm on a wider road here, but still, it's not difficult for me to keep the truck in the lines. I don't feel like I have to keep looking over to each side mirror, and partially because the bottom mirrors here do a pretty good job at getting me that lower view there, a blind spot view, if you will, just like you'd expect from a tractor trailer or something like that. But I want to give one more thank you to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you all are interested and don't mind traveling too far, depending on where you are, these do come with a lifetime powertrain warranty. So the drivetrain, engine, transaxles, the transmission, all of that is covered under a lifetime powertrain warranty for however long you own the vehicle, which is just a big plus if you plan on keeping this thing for a long time. Most people that get these expensive trucks probably won't put 500,000 miles on them, but there are a few that will, and it's nice to have that extra coverage. And if you're not trying to come out this far, make sure you click that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out that information, and I'll get your local dealers fighting to get you the best price on one of these trucks or any new vehicle you're looking at. But I mean, still just a super cool truck, especially if you're going to be towing that big fifth wheel or that trailer. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 GMC Sierra 2500 HD Denali Ultimate.